Hello again, everybody. Excited once again to present Out of the Park Baseball 20. This is matchup number 90. We are excited, and I think we have a good one for you today. You picked a couple good teams randomly here. Let's go straight to see what the history maker brought us, and that is first the 1987 Boston Red Sox, a team that is 1 year removed from their pennant and came crashing down a little bit in '87. They only won 78 games. They had a losing record, fifth in the AL East. Some injury issues and problems, but also still a lot of quality on this team. First and foremost, Wade Boggs hit .363 in 1987, had 200 hits, got on base at a 461 clip. Dwight Evans, 34 home runs, 123 RBIs. Also a monster year for Dwight Evans. Ellis Burks, a very good hitter, and even Don Baylor, at his 38-year-old season, brought the thunder. So there you can see even the Mike Greenwell at 23 years old was very good, hit .328. He came out of his rookie season and really his early part of his career as an extraordinary talent. And that's not even the best part about the Red Sox. You come down and you got this Cy Young Award winner Roger Clemens. He won it for the second year in a row, went 20-9. He had 7 shutouts, 18 complete games, numbers that are kind of ridiculous in today's day and age, but 87 wasn't all that long ago. Struck out 256 men. Clemens was the best pitcher in the league at this point in time, so kind of hard to fathom how this team lost so many games. Bruce Hurst, another good pitcher, but I guess after that it really starts to go downhill with Al Nipper and Bob Stanley, and not much after Clemens. And even Hurst didn't have the best year, and not much of a closer to speak of, so the bullpen had some issues as well. But the Red Sox are a really good team to enjoy and watch play. I'm excited to see how that plays out. And their opponents are going to be the 2004 Toronto Blue Jays. And the Blue Jays had an even rougher time. They lost 94 games, won only 67. They were in the cellar, it looks like, in the AL East. Looking at their team here, Alex Rios, 23 years old, only had 1 home run, but did hit .286. We have here Vernon Wells, 23 home runs, 67 RBIs. And Carlos Delgado, .269 with 32 long balls, 99 RBIs. So some talent in the lineup. Orlando Hudson led the team in WAR. And then they had their dominant ace, which was Roy Halladay, although Halladay only pitched 133 innings. Had some issues with his health, but 8-8, 4.20 ERA. Not a dominant year. Ted Lilly went 12-10, a better year, and Michael Bautista actually appeared in the most games. So issues with pitching as well. Halladay not even having a super year. So looks like the Red Sox should win it, should control it, should be the favorites, which they are. Best of 7. We're going to open up at Fenway, head out to the Sky Dome, and see where things play out. But the exciting thing here is our Game 1 matchup. Can't set it up any better than this. 2 Hall of Famers, Roy Halladay against Roger Clemens in Game 1 from Fenway Park. More work probably for Halladay here, as the Red Sox lineup is pretty stacked. But when 2 pitchers like this go against each other, it's rare and it's exciting. So that's how we're going to kick this off or start this off. I think it's going to be an exciting series. 2 teams that have some sneaky talent and some good, exciting players, even if it didn't translate in the standings. So ready to begin. Glad you're along for the ride. Let's head out to Fenway Park for Game 1 for this monumental matchup between Roy Halladay and Roger Clemens. So fasten your seatbelts, folks. Here we go. We're live from Fenway Park. Roy Halladay on the mound here. We're in the bottom of the first inning with Wade Boggs up there, 1 out. Man on first. And Boggs will line this one deep down the right field line. This might curve over the pole, and it will. Just inside the foul pole in the shortest section of the ball field. Wade Boggs, not known for his power, just took Roy Halladay deep with a man on. 2-0 now, Red Sox. We move to the bottom of the second here with Sam Horn at the plate. Nobody out. And Horn puts a charge in the one. This is going to probably get out of Fenway. It will. Right center, Sam Horn, almost 400 feet. It's 3-0. Toronto, they've gotten 2 long balls here off Halladay early. We move now bottom of the third. Halladay still in some trouble here. Mike Greenwell, it's a 4-0 game. And Greenwell lines one deep to center. This one might go. This one is all the way over the center field wall. The deepest part now of the park. Mike Greenwell, the young man, hits a 405-foot blast. It's the 3rd Boston home run. It is now 5-0 as we move to the bottom of the 4th. Ellis Burks now at the plate. Vinny Chalk has now replaced Halladay, who's long gone. And Chalk is going to lay into a pitch here, but that one's got the distance. That one way back. Ellis Burks with yet another home run, the 4th home run for Boston. They now go up 7-0. It's becoming a whitewash here. We'll move all the way to the 9th. Guess who's on the mound? Roger Clemens looking for a shutout. What a performance by the big Rocket. He now facing Orlando Hudson with a man on and 1 out. And Clemens gets this one to 3rd. Boggs has it. Relay to 1st. And a double play. Clemens gets the twin killing to end it. It's a 3-hit shutout by the Rocket. What an opening statement and performance. 7-0 Boston wins. It was all Clemens here. He struck out 10. Allowed only the 3 hits. Walked only 3. Ellis Burks with the home run. 3 RBIs. Greenwell a home run. We had the 4 Boston home runs on the day. They got up in Roy Halladay's grill early. They got at him. They hit the long ball. And Clemens had more than enough to cruise his way through the win. What a win for the Red Sox to open the series with a clear statement here. But it's another day here, game 2. So Toronto will be happy not to see Clemens on the hill. It'll be Ted Lilly taking them out against Bruce Hurst, the lefty. But as of now, Boston has to feel real good about what they've done. Game 2 now from Fenway to see if the Blue Jays can turn it around and tie the series. But before that, looking real quick at Clemens and the news clipping here. Clemens using the play on words here a little bit. It's not rocket science. It's just a little adjustment, but that's all it took when he talks about how he dealt with the Blue Jays in this shutout win with no other method but rocket science, of course, by the Rockets. So we'll move now to game 2 and see if Boston can build on their lead. Bruce Hurst, a different type of pitcher, a left-hander, facing another crafty pitcher in Ted Lilly. We're in the top of the 1st with Vernon Wells up there. A man on and only 1 out. And this one's shot to center by Wells. This one's going to get down over the center fielder's head. So 2nd and 3rd here with only 1 out. Bruce Hurst in some trouble. Here's Carlos Delgado, the big first baseman up there. And Delgado rips it down the line to right. This is going to plate 2. Carlos Delgado with a 2-run double. And in the very first inning, the Blue Jays do something they hadn't done all of game 1. They break through here with a 2-0 score. And now the Boston Red Sox looking to respond. Here's Dwight Evans with 1 out and 2 on against Ted Lilly. And Evans goes high and deep to right, but that should be playable. Coming over there is Rios. He's got it. We'll move now to the 3rd. Ellis Burks facing Ted Lilly. Still a 2-0 game. And Burks takes inside for ball 4, so nobody out here in the 3rd. The home team threatening. They got 2 men on. Marty Barrett's at the plate. And Barrett's going to line a single to center. That's going to get down. This is going to score a run. Throw to the plate. Not in time, so Marty Barrett gets the Red Sox on the board here against Ted Lilly. 2-1 game, and that'll bring up Wade Boggs here in a big spot. Still nobody out in the third. And Boggs will line this into the gap. That's going to be a tough play. Coming on over is the center fielder, but he won't get there in time, and it's going to be a run-scoring single for Boggs. Vernon Wells couldn't get there. We got a tie game now as Dwight Evans comes up. It's a long third inning here for Toronto. Evans, however, will strike out. That's the first out of the inning. Here's Mike Greenwell. Lefty versus lefty as Lilly delivers. There's strike 3, so another nice pitch by Lilly. We'll move to the top of the fourth. We're even now 2-2. Bruce Hurst facing Orlando Hudson to start the fourth inning. Hudson will line a single and maybe more to left. He rounds second, makes his way to second, I should say. He has a double. So Hudson with the hustle gets into second base. We're still 2-2. We move to the bottom of the fifth. Dwight Evans up there with a man on. Lilly's still in the game. And this one deep to left. The Green Monster will not hold that one. Way up over there, a towering moonshot by Evans. 4-2 now, Red Sox, they take the lead. Dwight Evans with a booming home run. 4-2 now, bottom of the sixth. Michael Batista's the new pitcher to face Sam Horn. Nobody out. And Horn goes deep again. He's going to possibly have a home run. He's got the second home run of the series for Horn. He goes deep to right. More power for the Red Sox. They really turned it on here at Fenway in these first two games. It's 6-2 now. Joe Marzano up there with 2 men on and 2 outs. Marzano goes back up the middle. That ball's through the hole. That's going to score maybe 2. Here comes the throw of the plate. Not in time. Marzano. A 2-run single. It is 8-2 Boston. Hurst still on the mound here in the 8th inning. He lets a Chris Gomez shot go. And Gomez over the Green Monster. And this will make it a little bit tighter. Chris Gomez with a long home run. It is now 8-4. Greenwell up here against Bob File. Bottom of the 8th. And Greenwell lines one deep into right. This one's going to have the distance. Greenwell's second home run, I believe, of the series. This one's a long one. 10-4 Red Sox. They're putting their stamp on game 2. Bob Stanley in there now with 2 outs facing Reed Johnson. And Johnson grounds it to Boggs. Boggs has an easy play. And there's the ball game. The Red Sox win game 2. A little bit different fashion than game 1, but the same result. They win it 10-4. Again, using the long ball to their favor. They hammered out 3 home runs. Evans, Greenwell, and Horn. Evans was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Bruce Hurst got the win. He pitched well with 7 strikeouts. Chris Gomez had that home run. But in the end, Boston in complete control in both the games at Fenway. The reeling Blue Jays will head back home here and play at the Sky Dome with David Bush taking the mound against Jeff Sellers. Hopefully the change of environment and the home cooking will help the Blue Jays here, who really look lethargic, especially their pitching letting up the long home runs as we go. And the next 3 will be in Toronto, if necessary, I should say, as Boston continues to roll, and a win here in Game 3 would go a long way in making this a short series. Let's see how it plays out now from north of the border. Heading to the Sky Dome now. One of the nicer facilities in the game, in my opinion. Always a appreciative crowd on hand, but let's see what happens here. We're in the top of the second. Boston comes out threatening again. Todd Benzinger up there with runners on the corners. 1 out. And that ball gets away. Bush throws a wild pitch. This will get a run in. Zahn loses it. Evans scores. And Boston, just like that, takes the lead in this game. 2 outs for Spike Owen now. No one will hit this one to short. But that one's bobbled. A mistake there. Gomez with a big error. And now it's going to be bases loaded for Ellis Burks. Toronto cannot afford mistakes like that. And this one's now lifted to left, but should be playable. So they get out of it with minimal damage. Johnson makes the play. Things will remain 1-0 here. We move to the top of the third with Evans back up there. Man on second base. David Bush still on the mound. And Evans lines it into right. He goes the other way. This will score a run. So Boston now goes up 2-0 as Evans drills in a double, scoring Mike Greenwell. Bottom of the third. Here's Reed Johnson with Greg Zahn on first. This is hit to third. Nice play by Boggs. Relay to first. And Johnson hustling, but still, it's a double play. We'll move to the bottom of the fourth. Still 2-0 Boston. Here's Carlos Delgado representing the tying run. Delgado takes one inside. It is ball 4. So that's going to put runners on first and second here with Orlando Hudson now at the plate. Hudson looks at strike 3. He's down, and that will end this threat. Sellers with the strikeout. It is now 2-0. We'll move to the top of the 6th with Marty Barrett up there against Miguel Bautista. 2 men on, 2 men out. Spot for Garrett. And Garrett will hit this one down, but a diving play. But the Blue Jays cannot turn it. A nice play there by Gomez, but the throw was off. He'll get an error. 3 errors now for the Blue Jays. And Wade Boggs comes up with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And Boggs missed this one to left, but should be playable, and it is. Johnson's got it. So even after everything, it's still only a 2-0 game. Eric Hinsky up there against Jeff Sellers. We're in the 6th. Nobody out. Hinsky hits it in front of the plate. No play's going to be made. Hinsky with a little roller for an infield hit. That's a good start in the 6th inning. Here comes Alexis Rios. Rios will line a little looper here to the shortstop, which play will be made there by Owen. So 2 outs. Hinsky on first. Vernon Wells at the plate in a 2-run game. Wells will lift this one to right. It's going to drop. Throw to third is going to be not in time. Great throw there by the third baseman Benzinger, but Hinsky beats it. And Delgado now in a huge spot. 2 outs, 2 on. Bottom of the 6th inning. Toronto really needs something big. This one in front of the plate. Plays made by Sellers, however, and again, the Blue Jays cannot break through. It's still 2 now it's 3-0. Bottom of the 7th. Hudson on second base. Frank Minichino at the plate. Sellers still pitching. Nobody out. Minichino checks his swing. He'll be on first base here. So another rally as Bob Stanley will come on here to relief. Greg Zahn at the plate. Nobody out. This one is lined into left center. That's going to be a tough play, but it is made. Greenwell makes a nice catch on the run in the gap. 1 out for Reed Johnson. And Reed Johnson can't catch up to the Stanley Heat. He's the 2nd out of the inning. And now Eric Hinsky, the last chance here in the 7th. And the Red Sox escape again. They can. Stanley with magnificent work here out of the pen. Strikes out 2. Allows nothing. It's 3-0. We go to the 8th. Ellis Burks up there facing Josh Towers. Nobody out. Burks will hit this one. What a play by the third baseman. Menachino made a play, but Burks beat it out, so Burks on first. But we'll move to the bottom of the eighth. Calvin Schiraldi has come on. Alexis Rios at the plate here in the eighth. 3-0 game.
Program, Nuggets, programs.
Schiraldi will hit this one in the hole. That'll get through. A base hit for Rios. We'll move now bottom of the ninth. Menachino facing Tom Bolton. Boston about to go up 3-0 unless there's a rally here by the Blue Jays. This one's hit to right field. That's a fair ball. Menachino's going to have a double. 1-out double by the third baseman. Here's Reed Johnson. Johnson hits this one to third. Boggs makes the easy play. And that'll do it. The Boston Red Sox, their second shutout in 3 games. They've just been magnificent on the mound, and they get out of a number of jams in game number 3. They win it here at Sky Dome, 3-0. Jeff Sellers, a very good performance, 6 innings strong, no earned runs. Did allow 4 walks, but got out of it. Dwight Evans, a great game, 4 for 5 with a double, an RBI, and a run. David Bush pitched decently for the losing side, but again, it was the 3 errors by the Blue Jays, and even more importantly, their failure to come through in the clutch. Sellers with the wonderful performance. Bolton got the save. And it is all Red Sox, folks. We played 3 games. They've won all 3, shutting out Toronto twice. And now we are a game away from ending this one early, folks. It's going to be game number 4. Al Nipper is going to face Justin Miller. Nipper with a chance to end the series. Boston hoping that they can at least, that Toronto hoping that they can at least extend it at home. And if they can, then they got to face Roger Clemens. So a definite big task, monumental task for the Blue Jays. But the series isn't over yet. Let's go live now to the Sky Dome as we prepare for the crucial game 4. Will Boston end it? So here we go at Sky Dome. Sam Horn at the plate. Here top of the second inning. 2 outs. Justin Miller on the hill. And this one's lined deep in the right. This one's going to go over the wall and gone. Home run. Sam Horn. 1-0 Boston. They've cracked out here in front in the second inning. Here's Frank Menachino now. 2 on in the bottom of the second. And there's a line shot into the corner of left field. That's going to tie this game up. RBI double for Menachino, and it's 1-1 now. The Jays are not finished. Here's Greg Zahn. Zahn hits it to second. Play made there in time. But the run will score, and taking the lead will be Toronto. Moving to the top of the third. Now Spike going with a man on third. And there's a shot to the gap. That's going to get down, but caught by Johnson. Throw to the plate, though, won't be in time. This game now tied at 2. We'll move to the bottom of the third. Vernon Wells up there facing Al Nipper. Vernon Wells there with a shot in the left. This is going to give Toronto the lead. Yes, sir. Gomez scores. It is 3-2 now, Toronto. Menachino now up there, continuing the inning. And he goes deep to left. This one's way back. This one's got a chance to go. Yes, second level here at Sky Dome. Menachino, a 3-run homer. It is 6-2 now in favor of the home Blue Jays. They are in no mood to get swept today. 6-3 now, however. Here come the Red Sox, who are in the top of the fourth with Benzinger up there. Come on. And Benzinger lines a shot too, right? That's going to get in there and drop in, so the bases will be loaded here with only one out. Austin on the charge here. Here's John Marzano. Marzano lines that one into left. That's going to drop. Runner comes in to score. It is now 6-4. Austin continues to make their run back here. Here's Spike Owen. Still only one out. Spike Owen lines it up the middle. That's going to score one. Here comes the second run. Throw of the plate. Not in time. Spike Owen with a 2-run single. It is now 6-6. All the way back have come the Red Sox. And Ellis Burks now with the chance really to break it open. He drops it into shortstop. That'll be a turn to double play. So the inning will end, but not before the damage is done. 4 by Boston. It is now 6-6. We are in the 5th inning. Mike Greenwell at the plate. Greenwell will line a shot after the shift was put on. That's going to be a double by Greenwell. So Boston now threatening to take the lead. Dwight Evans up there against Miguel Batista. Only one out. Infield is in. Shift is on. This is popped up in front of the plate. Easy play there for the catcher's on. And now Sam Horn, who's homered already, is up at the plate. With 2 on, and Horn will come through with another hit. What a series Horn is having. Proven to be extremely clutch. 8-6 now Boston has the lead. They've roared back in this game. Bottom of the 5th. John Leister is the pitcher. Carlos Delgado at the plate. Delgado takes ball 4 here with only one out. Here's Orlando Hudson. Hudson's going to hit it in front of the mound. They made at second. They get one. Turn to first won't be in time. So there's 2 outs here, and we have Frank Manicino up there. He represents the go-ahead run, a big spot here. And Manicino hits it deep to center. This has got carry. This might go. It's off the wall. 1 run in. Another man going to score. He's going to get in. Manicino brings the Toronto Blue Jays back, and we are going back and forth in a great game number 4 here at Skydome. It's 8-8, fans. Bottom of the 6th. Eric Hinsky up there with a man on first. This is popped up on the infield. That's going to be easy. Alex Rios up there with a runner on second, only one out. And Rios singles. This will bring in the go-ahead run. So Toronto takes the lead back on a Rios RBI single. They have now gone 3 runs unanswered. We are in the 7th. Back and forth we go. Wade Boggs up there against Josh Towers. He takes ball 4. We got first and second now. For Mike Greenwell. Nobody out. Greenwell hits it to third. Unassisted play there. They throw to second. And the runner's safe at second, but they get the batter at first. And there's 1 out in there now for Dwight Evans with 2 men on. And Boston come back yet again. Infield is in. Evans strikes out, however, a big strikeout there. Here's Sam Horn. He's been a star in this game. And he strikes out. So Horn can't be the hero here. We hit the stretch, and the Blue Jays are holding a 9-8 lead as we move to the 8th. Justin Spire in facing Todd Benzinger. There's a ground ball to second. That'll be playable. Spike going now at the plate. Owen takes ball 4. Ellis Burks coming up there. Burks with a towering shot deep to left. This one's got some carry. This one is going to go. Ellis Burks with the clutch home run here in the 8th inning. Touch 'em all, Ellis. A big one. It is now 10-9 Boston. Here comes Marty Barrett. The Red Sox, in just a great baseball game, have come back here. Here's Barrett with a single. So they're not done yet. Calvin Schiraldi has come on now. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Can Toronto come back again? Greg Zahn at the plate. Zahn strikes out. Schiraldi gets him there. Faced the bad one, and 2 outs now for Eric Hinsky facing Schiraldi. This is lined into right field, but coming on and making a diving play is Benzinger with the play of the game there. He lays himself out to make the out. So Boston tasting it now. We're in the bottom of the 9th. Tom Bolton up there against Alexis Rios. Let's see if Boston can close the door and the series. Bolton now delivers. This is popped up. Should be playable and is. Barrett has it. Here's Chris Gomez with 1 out. Gomez to third. Boggs has it. 2 gone. So Boston an out away from completing this sweep. Vernon Wells is at the plate. Here's the pitch. That one's hit deep. Way back, but will it carry? Could be, might be. No, at the track. Greenwell has it. And that will do it. Just feet away from tying the game. Toronto can't do it, and the Boston Red Sox sweep away the Blue Jays on a very exciting game number 4. 10-9 your final score. Frank Minnicino 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and 6 RBIs in this one. Sam Horn 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs for the winning Red Sox. Spike going with 3 RBIs for the Sox. The Minnicino effort comes up short. It was a back and forth game. Bolton closed the door in the 9th inning, and the big 2-run home run in the 8th inning by Ellis Burks was the difference in this final game. And Boston takes out the broomsticks, does the job. Some of the numbers here. Dwight Evans was 7 for 17, hit .412. Marzano with 4 RBIs. Ellis Burks with 5 RBIs, hit .375. And Sam Horn had 3 home runs. So some good hitting numbers. The pitching was nice as well. Obviously, Roger Clemens with the shutout. Al Nipper was lit up, but did not matter in the end. The Red Sox got what they needed for the Blue Jays. 6 RBIs for Minnicino, all in that one game, but just wasn't meant to be. A lot of the pitching suffered here, and the likes of Ted Lilly, Miguel Batista, and the sort not coming with their best in this series, and it looks like the MVP is going to go to Mike Greenwell. The young Greenwell, 24 years old, had a heck of a series. He hit .389, drove in 3 runs, hit 2 homers, scored 7 runs. 1.3 OPS, so a very good series by Greenwell as our MVP, and he might as well share the award maybe with Ellis Burks or even with Roger Clemens. Either way, it's all over here for this best of 7. Quite short because it was all Red Sox who take it in 4 straight. The 87 Red Sox sweep away the 2004 Toronto Blue Jays. 4 games to none. That'll do it. That's a wrap for this edition of the Park Baseball 20. We'll catch you real shortly here with our next matchup. Thanks for joining us.